chosen one. Hear this now and hear it deeply. Your spirit has been noticed, not by chance, not by coincidence. There is a stirring in the heavens, a divine movement that touches the core of your being. You have walked through seasons of silence, seasons where your prayers seemed to echo into emptiness, seasons where the world could not understand the weight on your soul. And yet in that very quiet, in that very stillness, God has been watching, observing, marking. Every tear, every effort, every act of faithfulness that no one applauded. Your life has never been ordinary, and now you are standing at the edge of a moment that is uniquely yours, a moment where your labor of spirit meets the attention of heaven itself. Do not dismiss what you feel in your heart. That unexplainable surge of hope, that sudden clarity, that subtle pull toward purpose, they are not accidental. They are signals, divine signals, that your life is on the cusp of revelation. A door is opening, though you may not see it fully yet. A shift is happening quietly at first, but with undeniable intensity. The atmosphere around you is charged, and even if the world does not recognize it, your spirit knows the weight of what is coming. You have been rare set apart, often misunderstood, sometimes even feared for your insight, your courage, your vision. You have carried burdens that others could not bear, walked paths that others would avoid. And all along, God has been preparing this precise moment, this exact hour for you. The barriers that once held you back are beginning to dissolve. The chains that restrained your progress are rattling. The delays that frustrated your soul are shifting. And though you cannot yet see the full picture, you are on the verge of stepping into a space where your spiritual identity will be recognized, honored, and empowered like never before. Listen carefully. The forces of heaven are aligning in your favor. The unseen realms are converging, orchestrating circumstances that will confirm what your heart has long known. You are marked. You are chosen. And this moment, as fragile and fleeting as it may seem, carries a weight of destiny that no one can alter. Be ready, be watchful, be alert in spirit, for what is coming is personal, precise, and profoundly transformative. Do not shrink, do not doubt. What God has noticed in you is not a whisper, but a declaration. And if you hold on with faith, with courage, and with clarity of heart, this will be the beginning of a revelation that changes everything. And now, as the quiet currents of heaven move closer to your life, listen to the source of this message, not as words spoken by man, but as a declaration from the one who sees all, knows all, and orchestrates all. This is not imagination. This is not hopeful thinking. This is God Himself drawing near, making known what He has long prepared for you. Every step you have taken, every trial endured, every moment of waiting was watched with intention. Every act of faithfulness was logged in the chronicles of the eternal, and every whisper of your heart has reached the throne. Understand this, the timing is divine. Nothing has been rushed. Nothing has been delayed by accident. What has felt slow, what has felt silent, has all been deliberate preparation. Your spirit, your heart, your very essence has been measured, refined, and aligned with the purposes of eternity. The one who set the stars in their courses and numbered the sands on the shore is now aligning circumstances around you unseen by human eyes, yet unmistakably real in spiritual reality. You may have wondered why the world seemed to move faster for others while you remained in quiet seasons. You may have questioned why doors remained closed, why dreams lingered in waiting rooms, and why recognition appeared absent. Hear this now, it was never neglect. It was never oversight. It was divine calibration. Each pause, each delay, each moment of silence was a shaping, a molding, a spiritual preparation, so that when the moment arrived, your entrance would be perfect, precise, and unmistakably appointed. This is the language of heaven, reaching down into your life, a language that transcends human understanding, that speaks to your soul more than your mind. It is the sound of destiny. It is the resonance of your calling, and it will not be ignored. The very air around you is being infused with divine intention. Spiritual forces are at work to confirm to position and to activate what has been lying dormant within you. And the evidence, though subtle at first, will begin to manifest in ways that cannot be mistaken. Do not misread the quiet. Do not misinterpret the delay. Every small nudge, every fleeting thought, every persistent pull toward courage or action is a message from God. Your spirit has been prepared, and now it is being noticed. This is the moment where preparation intersects with recognition, where faith meets activation, and where divine purpose steps out of the unseen and into the tangible. Hold fast to this truth. The Creator of the universe has singled you out for significance. You are not being overlooked. You are not being passed by. You are being positioned. And in the coming hours, days, and weeks, you will begin to see confirmations of this divine attention in ways that are unmistakably personal. Every circumstance, every encounter, every seemingly random shift is a thread in the tapestry of your appointed destiny. Now take a deep breath and prepare your spirit, because what is about to be revealed is not general. It is tailored specifically to the trajectory of your life. You are standing on the threshold of a shift that will redefine your reality, and the forces of heaven are actively preparing the environment for this unveiling. What has felt hidden, what has seemed delayed, is now aligning into manifestation. There is a blessing, a breakthrough, a turning point that cannot be ignored. It is personal, it is precise, and it carries the weight of destiny. Imagine a moment where the obstacles that once pressed upon you begin to lose their power. Imagine the things that felt impossible starting to unfold with clarity and speed. Imagine doors that were sealed opening wide, revealing corridors of opportunity and favor that you have long sought in prayer and in hope. This is not a metaphor. This is spiritual truth. God is orchestrating circumstances to meet you at the exact point where your preparation, your perseverance, and your faith converge. The signs of this moment may appear subtle at first. A conversation that seems coincidental may actually be divine strategy. A connection that feels casual could be a prophetic placement. The timing of events, the convergence of people, the alignment of resources, all are moving with unseen precision. You are about to witness the invisible threads of heaven becoming visible in your life. And when you see them, you will know that nothing has been wasted, nothing has been overlooked, and every trial was a necessary preparation for this very point in time. Be aware that this prophetic unveiling will not always come quietly. Some aspects may challenge your expectations. Some will confront old fears, unhealed wounds, or doubts that have lingered in your spirit. But these are not obstacles designed to stop you. They are markers, signposts that indicate the exact areas where God is about to demonstrate His power. The resistance you feel is a precursor to revelation. The tension is a herald of transformation. You will know the breakthrough is near, because it will stretch your spirit, expand your perspective, and ignite a deeper faith than you have ever held before. There is a distinct shift approaching an acceleration that is unmistakable once it begins. You may feel it as an internal stirring and intensity in your soul, or an overwhelming sense that the moment you have prayed for is no longer a distant hope, but an imminent reality. It is as though heaven itself has leaned in to declare, this is your appointed moment. You are marked, you are seen, you are being activated. Visualize this as a celestial alignment, where the stars of favor, opportunity, and destiny converge over your life. Every trial you have faced, every season of silence, every step that seemed small or unnoticed is now becoming a part of a larger, purposeful orchestration. The prophecy that has hovered over your life, the one that you sensed but could not articulate, is now stepping into clarity. You will recognize it in the unfolding of circumstances, in the sudden doors that open, and in the confirmations that appear consistently and unmistakably. Prepare to receive this revelation with a heart that is both steadfast and open. There is a divine plan at work that requires your awareness, your readiness, and your faith. This is more than a promise. It is an activation. What God has noticed in your spirit is about to translate into tangible reality. The moment has arrived for heaven to move in alignment with the depth of your preparation and for you to step fully into the unfolding of your appointed purpose. As this prophetic moment begins to take shape, it is vital to understand the deeper currents at work. The unfolding is not random. It carries spiritual principles that govern destiny, faith, and transformation. What you are experiencing is more than circumstance. It is a divine language written across the fabric of your life. A language that speaks of purpose, refinement, and eternal significance. Heaven is not only moving in action, but also teaching in meaning. Every event, every timing, every alignment is layered with instruction for your spirit. Consider your life as a vessel forged in seasons of fire and refined through waters of testing. The trials, the delays, the moments of uncertainty were never punishments, they were shaping instruments. Each challenge was a sculptor's hand, molding your character, your perspective, and your resilience. And now in this moment of recognition, the vessel is complete enough to hold the fullness of what heaven is pouring in. This is why the breakthrough you feel on the horizon is not only about circumstances changing, it is about your spirit expanding to receive a higher measure of purpose, authority, and revelation. The principle of divine timing is central here. Time, as you perceive it, has often felt erratic, unfair, or slow. Yet in spiritual reality, nothing happens too early or too late. Every delay has a sacred function. Like a seed buried in darkness, waiting for the proper season to sprout, your life has been under careful preparation. The soil of your experiences, the storms you endured, and the quiet seasons of contemplation have all been necessary for growth. And now, the sunlight of revelation and divine favor is aligning to awaken what has been dormant, giving life to what has been carefully cultivated. Think of your spirit as a light, and every trial, every challenge, every season of waiting as a prism that refracts it into brilliance. Without the darkness, the clarity of your light would not be so pronounced. Without the struggle, the depth of your understanding, faith, and discernment would not reach its current intensity. Every obstacle that seemed frustrating or unjust was a teacher, an enhancer, a preparer for this very moment. The recognition you are about to receive is not merely for validation. It is confirmation that the process of your spiritual formation has been perfect, precise, and intentional. There is also a principle of spiritual authority embedded in this season. The moment you are entering is not simply about blessings. It is about alignment with the purposes of heaven. God is not only noticing your spirit, He is signaling that your influence, your calling, and your capacity to impact your surroundings are being activated. You are being positioned to operate in ways that reflect the divine order. Your understanding of seasons' timing and spiritual insight is now heightened to serve not only your path, but the paths of others whose lives will intersect with your destiny. Understand the importance of perception. The signs, the confirmations, and even the challenges that arise now are spiritual markers. They teach you discernment, patience, and readiness. They are a reminder that your life is a tapestry of meaning, where every thread, visible or invisible, is carefully woven. You are learning to read the spiritual landscape, to recognize divine fingerprints, and to trust the invisible orchestration that guides every detail. In this depth, the meaning is clear. Your breakthrough, your recognition, and your spiritual elevation are not isolated events. They are a reflection of divine principles at work. preparation, refinement, alignment, timing, and activation. You are stepping into a moment where heaven is revealing not just what you will receive, but who you are becoming. You are being reminded that your journey has always been sacred, purposeful, and uniquely designed to reflect the light, wisdom, and authority that comes from God alone. Hold this truth in your heart. The prophecy is alive, not only in what will happen, but in how your spirit has been shaped to respond. Transformation is not just external. It is internal, profound, and eternal. Every lesson, every trial, every act of faith has prepared you to walk with clarity, courage, and revelation. And as you recognize this depth, your heart will begin to align fully with the spiritual momentum that is now moving in your favor. As the spiritual currents around you intensify, you will begin to notice signs, subtle yet unmistakable, that confirm the truth of what has been spoken. These are not random coincidences. They are divine markers, personalized signals from heaven, to assure you that your spirit is indeed being recognized and positioned. Pay attention, for the universe itself is conspiring to make the invisible visible, and your awareness will be the key to understanding these confirmations. First, you may sense a sudden clarity in decisions that once felt impossible. The paths that seemed blocked will now appear illuminated, as if a light has been cast directly on the way forward. Choices that used to bring confusion or doubt now carry certainty. This is heaven speaking to your spirit, guiding your steps with precision. Second encounters will begin to shift. People who appear at just the right moment, conversations that reveal critical insights, and opportunities that feel perfectly timed, are all signs that divine orchestration is at work. Do not dismiss these as chance. These alignments are spiritual confirmations that your preparation and faithfulness have reached a tipping point. Third, you may notice a recurring sense of peace in the midst of uncertainty. Even as the world around you seems chaotic, your heart will carry an unshakable assurance that you are on the right path. This inner calm is a spiritual signature, a confirmation that God's presence is guiding you, protecting you, and opening the way before you. Fourth, patterns may emerge in unexpected ways. Numbers, symbols, or repeated themes may appear in your life, in books you read, in media you consume, or in conversations you hear. These are often overlooked, but they are divine nudges designed to signal alignment with your destiny. Fifth, you may experience a heightened sensitivity to inspiration or intuition. Thoughts and insights will come that feel beyond your usual comprehension. You may receive guidance in dreams, flashes of understanding, or a sudden recognition of truth that seems to arrive fully formed. These moments are confirmations that your spiritual receptivity is increasing, attuning you to the rhythms of heaven. Finally, you may notice a sense of timing that feels uncanny. Doors that were closed begin to open, delays resolve, and opportunities arrive with unexpected speed. What once required struggle now carries momentum, and the convergence of these events is a clear signal that divine favor is at work. Pay close attention, for these signs are cumulative. One may appear and be overlooked, but as multiple confirmations manifest, the reality becomes undeniable. Heaven is aligning circumstances, people, and understanding to communicate your spirit has been noticed and your moment is approaching. Recognize these confirmations as encouragement. They are evidence that you are in sync with divine timing, and that the steps you are taking are not in vain. Let them anchor your faith, strengthen your courage, and sharpen your focus, for they are the tangible fingerprints of God's attention upon your life. Even as the signs of confirmation appear, be aware that the path forward is not without its hidden challenges. These obstacles are not punishments. They are tests designed to strengthen your spirit, sharpen your faith, and prepare you for the fullness of what is coming. The breakthrough you are approaching is not merely about doors opening. It is about the transformation of your character, the deepening of your resolve, and the solidification of your alignment with divine purpose. Some challenges may manifest as delays, The timing may still feel imperfect, even as opportunities present themselves. This is not a sign of failure or oversight. It is a divine calibration, ensuring that when your moment fully arrives, you are equipped to handle it with grace, wisdom, and strength. Patience in this context is not passive. It is active preparation, a spiritual posture that allows heaven to complete its work within you. Other challenges may appear in the form of resistance from the outside world. People may misunderstand your actions, doubt your intentions, or oppose the changes that are occurring in your life. This opposition is not an indication that you are on the wrong path. Rather, it is a signal that what you carry is significant and has weight. Greatness always attracts attention, sometimes in the form of resistance, and this is a natural part of the journey toward divine fulfillment. You may also encounter internal struggles, fear, doubt, or insecurity that rise unexpectedly. These inner challenges are subtle, yet they are opportunities for growth. They force you to confront old patterns, to release what no longer serves your purpose, and to strengthen the foundation of faith that has carried you this far. Each moment of hesitation, each whisper of uncertainty is a chance to exercise spiritual discipline and to reinforce your trust in the unseen guidance of God. There may be moments when the weight of expectation feels heavy. You might wonder if you are ready or if the breakthrough is truly meant for you. In these moments, remember that preparation and recognition often overlap with testing. The pressure you feel is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal your readiness, to stretch your endurance, and to clarify the depth of your faith. Know this: no hidden challenge is permanent, and none is insurmountable. They are temporary guardians of a larger destiny, strategically placed to ensure that only a spirit refined, focused, and faithful enters into the fullness of what is promised. Every trial carries a lesson, every resistance carries insight, and every moment of waiting carries value that will soon be revealed in the manifestation of your purpose. Stay vigilant, stay prayerful, and remain steadfast. The hidden challenges are not detours, they are markers of significance. Endure them with courage, confront them with faith, and move forward with the assurance that each step, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to the fulfillment that God has meticulously prepared for you. Now that you are aware of the hidden challenges and the confirmations surrounding your life, it is time to act with intentionality. God's notice of your spirit is not passive. It is a call to readiness, a summons to step into alignment with the purposes of heaven. The moment before you is sacred, and there are steps you must take to prepare your heart, your mind, and your spirit for the fullness of what is coming. First, cultivate awareness. Pay attention to the subtleties in your surroundings, the nudges within your soul, and the impressions that rise unexpectedly. God often speaks in whispers, in the stillness, and in the small coincidences that are actually divine placements. Journal your insights, pray intentionally, and reflect on patterns that appear repeatedly. These are not trivial. They are messages designed to guide your steps. Second, guard your heart. There will be voices that seek to sow doubt, distractions that attempt to derail focus, and pressures that challenge your peace. Protect your spirit with discernment and vigilance. Set boundaries where necessary and avoid influences that dilute your clarity. What you receive in this season is precious and fragile. Treat it with reverence and let your heart remain aligned with God's truth above all else. Third, embrace obedience. The steps God calls you to take may not always make sense from a worldly perspective, and they may stretch you beyond your comfort. Yet obedience in small matters opens the door for alignment in larger matters. When God gives direction, whether through intuition, scripture, or confirmation from trusted spiritual counsel, move with faith. Each act of obedience prepares you for the greater assignments that await. Fourth, strengthen your faith through intentional spiritual disciplines. Prayer, meditation on divine word, and acts of service are not just rituals. They are ways to position yourself in harmony with the divine current. A spirit disciplined in these ways becomes receptive to guidance, resistant to fear, and empowered to step forward boldly when doors open. Fifth release. What is no longer serving your purpose? Old fears, unhealthy attachments, past disappointments. These are weights that can slow your progress. Confess surrender and let them go. God's notice of your spirit is an invitation to step into lightness, clarity, and readiness. The removal of unnecessary burdens makes space for divine acceleration. Sixth, embrace courage. The assignments ahead will require boldness. They may demand decisions that feel risky, actions that are counterintuitive, or steps into unknown territory. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Each courageous step confirms your readiness and aligns your spirit with divine momentum. Finally, nurture gratitude. Recognize every small sign, every moment of clarity, every minor alignment as part of the larger orchestration of heaven. Gratitude anchors your spirit, amplifies your faith, and ensures that your focus remains on divine orchestration rather than temporary circumstances. A thankful heart is a receptive heart, open to the full revelation of purpose. Know this, these instructions are not merely suggestions, they are sacred strategies. They are the tools that equip you to walk confidently into the prophetic moment that has been prepared for you. When applied consistently, they will empower your spirit to move in harmony with the divine, withstand challenges, and embrace the blessings that are being revealed. Step deliberately, act faithfully, and maintain unwavering focus. The instructions of heaven are practical, clear, and empowering. Apply them now, and you will find yourself positioned, prepared, and potent in the fulfillment of what has been long awaited. As you take these steps of preparation, be assured you are not walking this path alone. Heaven surrounds you with protection that is unseen, unshakable, and perfectly orchestrated. Every move you make is under divine supervision, and every moment of your journey is held within the hands of the one who sees the end from the beginning. You are safeguarded not as a mere observer, but as a cherished participant in a larger divine plan. Picture this protection as a shield of light encircling you in every direction. It is not passive. It actively repels confusion, doubt, and harmful influences. It is a force field designed to preserve your purpose, your spirit, and the unfolding of your destiny. Even when obstacles arise or opposition surfaces, this divine safeguarding remains unbroken. It does not remove challenges entirely, but it ensures that you are never overcome by them. You are marked, shielded, and guided at every step. You may sense this protection in subtle ways. An unexpected insight keeps you from making a misstep. A timely warning prevents you from harm. A deep peace floods your heart in moments of uncertainty. These are not coincidences. They are divine interventions designed to remind you that you are covered, noticed, and secure. Assurance comes not from circumstances, but from the unchanging nature of God's presence. Even when the world feels unpredictable, the foundation of your calling is firm. The divine eye that watches over you never blinks, never falters, and never wavers. You are seen and you are protected. No attack, no deception, and no obstacle can thwart the plan that heaven has prepared for your life. Remember, protection does not mean absence of testing, it means presence of power. The moments of trial, challenge, and stretch that come will not crush you because every step is cushioned by divine oversight. Your spirit is armored, your mind is illuminated, and your heart is strengthened for the work that lies ahead. Let this assurance sink deeply into your soul. What God has noticed in you is not superficial or temporary. It is enduring. It is precise. It is sacred. And in this protective embrace, you can move forward boldly. Take courageous steps and embrace the unfolding of your destiny without fear or hesitation. Trust in this divine guardianship. Lean into it when uncertainty arises. Rest in it when challenges press, and walk confidently, knowing that the forces of heaven are aligned to ensure that your path is not only secure, but flourishing. You are covered. You are seen. You are protected. Now envision the moment when all the preparation, all the waiting, and all the endurance converge into a tangible reality. This is the moment of transformation. The hour when your spirit long noticed and refined steps fully into fulfillment. It is not merely a change of circumstance. It is a deep internal awakening that touches every fiber of your being. You will feel it in your heart, your mind, and your soul, and the impact will be unmistakable. Imagine a river flowing through your life, once blocked by debris, now clearing to allow the full current to move freely. That river is your spirit, your calling, your destiny, flowing into the space for which it was designed. Every challenge you endured was a dam, every season of silence, a sediment that needed to settle. And now, as the waters move, they carry abundance, clarity, and revelation washing over every area that was prepared to receive them. The transformation will be visible to you and others.